Hey teachers, Brother Judd here. I've got a skill, some help for your lesson this week. The skill that we want to focus on is the skill here on the screen to create an environment where all are respected and know their contributions are valued. This is another one of those soft skills where it's not a skill like using follow-up questions or making small invitations. But it's something that when done right can really contribute to a class trusting one another and being willing to open their hearts to each other. If we look at the lesson for Friday, Luke 11 verses 1 through 13, it's the Lord teach us to pray lesson where a lot of the discussion revolves around what is prayer. And it even has this activity down here that asks, why is prayer easy and why is prayer hard? The suggested activity is consider drawing a horizontal line on the board. On one side, write prayer is easy, and on the other side, prayer is hard. Ask students to come to the board and write a word or phrase somewhere on the continuum that describes why prayer might be thought to be as easy or hard. Pay attention to students' responses and allow for flexibility in the lesson to respond to their concerns and questions. Might I suggest that the success of such an introspective and such a personal activity, where if we want to get beyond just the easy answers that students might have, is to indeed create this environment where all are respected and know that their contributions are valued. As that skill is defined here, it says we can show love for our learners by communicating to them that we value their contributions. Sometimes when students comment, we may seem distracted or disinterested or may be distracted by thinking about what they are going to say next. It's easy to look away or to begin looking through our scriptures as we think about how to respond. It is important to remember that students want to feel heard, acknowledged, and seen. One way that you can do this is even before you even start your lesson. I'd like to suggest that while students are still coming into class, or apologies, when students are coming into class, or if you're on Zoom, doing a virtual class of some sort, while they're logging in, don't wait, just start talking to students about whatever. Ask them how their day is going. Try to tap into whatever's going on in their lives. I like to call this skill just talk shop, where you're not really talking about anything related to the lesson, but you're letting the students know that you're interested and that you'd like to be engaged in what's going on in their lives. And so I'll show you how I try to do this with my class. At the end of this training, you can watch, just the first few minutes of even before we have the opening prayer. And look for just, different questions that I ask or things that we talk about to help students feel seen, to help them know that I value them and I want them there and that their contributions are valued. Because again, talking about something as personal as prayer, a student is less likely to open up and to really share what's on their heart and mind about prayer if they don't feel like whatever their response is going to be to this kind of an activity. If they don't feel like they're valued, they're less likely to open up. We also have this memo that came out just on March 7th. This is something that comes from Salt Lake, where they're hoping that we'll use a few of these lessons like Luke 11 and then again in Acts 12 and James 1 on the other side of summer break, where we can teach our students about the appropriate language of prayer. Elder Dallin H taught the prophet Joseph Smith said, "It is a great thing to inquire at the hands of God or to come into his presence. The special language of prayer reminds us of the greatness of that privilege." So again, helping our students feel valued and loved as we try to teach them the appropriate language of prayer. This could be a pretty dicey thing where somebody may say, well, God just is willing to listen to me however I want to talk to him. So what does it matter if I use thee and they and thou and all of that kind of stuff? Well, again, if we've established the right relationship, it's going to be much easier to teach them the appropriate language of prayer. It says here later, for example, a prayer in English should include the pronouns of the scriptures when we address God. Thee and thou and thy and thine rather than the more common pronouns of you and your and yours. Well, why does that matter? Well, that's a conversation to have using quotes from prophets. Use the language of this memo, which we'll have linked to the video, to have that discussion with your students about why it is important. But again, that's more likely going to be successful if we've already created an atmosphere where everybody feels like they're respected and that their contributions are valued. So I hope that's helpful. I hope you can see just a few things that I do to help try and create this atmosphere of love and respect and purpose for my class. And take what works and apply it to your class. But as always, make sure that you apply these skills as the Spirit prompts you and as you feel like they'll best work for your kids in your situation. So God bless, and thanks for watching the training. Cool. Welcome to Seminary, everybody. I know we had a couple of days off because Sandberg didn't have school the last couple of days. So hope you had some fun. You did something interesting. Congratulations are in order. Seth made the varsity volleyball team. Congratulations, Seth. Ben, why don't you tell everybody what you guys did tonight?
Our team had our first water polo game, and JV won, but varsity didn't, so we're better.
Congrats, dude. Congrats. How about you, Chucky? Any news? Any BMX stuff going on, or did you win that game you were just playing?
I won the game that I was just playing, and I have Gold Cup, not this week, next week.
Super cool. Super cool. What's Gold Cup? What's that all about?
It's basically like a national, but like if you participate in 3 Gold Cups and get at least top 3, you get a Gold Cup plate. And I'm trying to go for at least 3rd this year.
Cool, dude. Wish you the best. That's awesome. How about you, Plan Cartes? Any fun news? Haley, did you eat the best bite of Cinnamon Toast Crunch ever, just barely? You win the Cinnamon Toast Crunch eating championships right now?
I've just had soccer every day, and it's tiring.
Oh, that's exciting. How's the team looking this year?
Good. I made varsity.
Hey, wait, hold on. How old are you?
I'm 14. I'm a freshman.
You're a freshman, and you just made the girls' varsity soccer team. Congratulations, Haley. That is super cool. Proud of you.
Thanks.
Proud in the good way. Proud in the good way. Leon, Emily, welcome, Emily. Glad to have you